Hi, I'm Kenton E. Bifford and welcome to the Art of Fatherhood. Do you have a strong-willed child? Now I don't mean a child with a strong will, I mean a strong-willed child that really tests everything that's in you, pushes your patience to the absolute limit where you don't know what to do. Well, I'm one of those parents. There are parents out there that get these angel children that just obey and want to do and please their parents. I didn't get one of those. So here's a strategy. My goal today is to give you a strategy to help with those strong-willed children. And I know they're out there. You either have one yourself or you know somebody that has one. In my mind, this whole thing with a strong-willed child begins at 2 years old, and we've heard the saying terrible twos. Well, yeah, maybe at 2, but really coming into 3, the key word is tyrannical. It's the tyrannical 2s, or the tyrannical 3s, or the tyrannical 2 to 5 that just doesn't seem to end. I won't go into all the antics that my child put my poor wife and I through, but I will tell you some of our strategies. This video today is just going to give you one strategy, and then I'll do a couple more videos to give you some more strategies. So, first of all, we have to lay down the premise here that when you're dealing with kids, when you're dealing with discipline in your children, well, actually, there's a lot of premises, but one really important premise is that the parents have to win the battles. So you pick your battle. I'm going to deal with this battle. My child is not eating his supper. It is healthy food. He needs to eat it. I choose to pick that battle. And if you choose that battle, you must win the battle. Because a tyrant, as soon as a tyrant starts winning his battles, he becomes more tyrannical and becomes more difficult to beat. So we are working with tyrannical behavior here in some of these young children and these strong-willed children. So that's the premise. Now our goal is to raise our children in such a way that they make healthy choices and become good citizens and so forth, and to be happy. Plato says it beautifully in his Republic. He says, "Happy is the king who is kingly over themselves. Happy is the man who has mastered himself." And that's our goal as parents, is to help our children, facilitate the process in our children, discipline our children so that they are mastering their passions and their desires, their wants, all their sensual needs, their taste, their sight, all that stuff that they want. Our goal is to develop their soul and develop their body and develop them, who they are, so that they are mastering themselves. That's the goal. Plato gives us a strategy in his Republic for dealing with this type of behavior. He says, cultivate harmony in the body for the sake of harmony in the soul. So my wife and I, this is our first strategy. Well, it wasn't our first, but it was a successful strategy. We took this to heart. Maybe what we need to be doing is focusing on my child's physical development, cultivating health in the body, so that in turn affects health in her soul and helps her master all these desires and tantrums and everything that she's having. So this is what we did. We decided that Daddy was going to take little daughter out for a vigorous hike up this mountain, up this hill, for an hour every single day for 2 weeks. And this is what I did. In the morning we got up, we had our breakfast, and we went, Daddy and daughter went up for a hike up this hill, and we spent an hour together. And we made a bit of a game of it. We were blessed in a way because the place we chose had the Stations of the Cross all the way up the mountain, with the peak being the crucifixion and then coming down the other side. So we had a bit of a story to walk through together. So we could go and kneel at one, pray together, and then we'd search for sticks to the next one, and we'd make a cross and lay it down, and then we'd pray together, and then on the way to the next station we'd try to find a flower and put it down. And so it was something that kept us going, kept her attention all the way through. And we did this for 2 weeks straight. And at the end of 2 weeks, we saw some improvement. And I think what happened was this. I mean, this was just a crapshoot. We were just trying anything because we were absolutely desperate. We were going to confession all the time, repenting for losing our temper and impatience and unkindness, and we don't know how to deal with our kid, and it was bad. We were at our wit's end, and we were just throwing this out there and trying this. Let's just try physical exercise. And I think what was going on was this, that taking my daughter out and doing this vigorous hike with her every single day strengthened her body. And in strengthening her body, she was able to, maybe intrinsically there's a bit more confidence, but she had more energy. So she was no longer laying on the floor in the house, begging to be entertained, not knowing what to do. She was actually outside playing. That was a huge improvement. Simply not having her in the house decreased the temper tantrums by a lot. So I think that was part of it, is that it brought the energy level up in her so that she felt like going outside and playing and wanted to do things. And the other aspect of this was simply that her and I bonded. And it was positive time together, so that when there was the meltdowns, because they continued to happen, though they were far less infrequent, when they did happen, her and I had become gelled, so that there was a parent, one of the two of us could at least connect with her and bring her down and deal with it, hug her, and walk through this temper tantrum. And that was really, truly the beginning of our coming to a success with a very, very strong little child. And it began simply with exercise and daddy time. I'll give some more strategies in the next video. If you've enjoyed this and you want to learn more about fathering, please join me on my website at theartoffatherhood.ca, and remain always faithful to your God, to your faith, and to your family. Semper Fidelis.